Here we are at KitchenAid Dishwasher. Not sure what the issue is, but it was running last night. And we saw water appearing down here and here. I don't know if you can see it. We've got bumps in the paint. So this is all wet. Ugh. Hopefully it's something as simple as a hose. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to replace all of this drywall. Don't know how long, but we haven't noticed it till last night. Okay, I've got the power off. Make sure nothing lights up. I shut the breaker off. Slide this out. I've got a screw here, screw here. That's all that's holding it in to the whole frame. But to be able to pull it out enough, I'm going to have to disconnect the water line and the electric line from underneath, which is down here. Just a couple screws holding that black panel in that exposes everything. Ooh, this is all wet. Yikes. It's soaking wet right here. Okay. There's the power junction box, and there's the water hose. There's the water hose, that brass connection, and that silver box here is where the electric power goes in. Now, it's wet out front. I could turn it on now and see if I can see it dripping, but I think I want to pull it up, pull it all the way out and inspect the damage first. Okay, I gotta need to raise these legs. I could get underneath there with a wrench. I'm gonna try to use this 90-degree drill bit. Get up underneath here. It'll fit. Perfect. Okay, this is the hot water input right there. One goes up and one goes down to shut both of those off. So there should be no water coming into the system. I'm going to unclamp the discharge hose from the garbage disposal. Always a trip down memory lane to remember what I did last time. Okay, you have two little clips here. Maybe this slides back. There it goes. And we'll take the power off. Let's see. There's a ground wire in there. Oh, you little booger. There we go. Okay. Power's off, water's off. That took more energy than I thought it would. Keep going catty corner. Get him out. Let's look down in there. It's wet on the bottom. Okay. Looks like it's wet on the bottom and coming up. So it's not squirting straight back. Okay, got the wires taped up. Not a lot of moisture. However, this looks like a dried, like a cardboard particulate. Like something from the bottom of this. I know there's like a cardboardish fiber between the electronics and the floor, which would mean it's leaking from the center. You got some black stuff. I don't know if that's mold. I pulled that wood out, it just fell out, and you see a little hole in the corner of the caulk, which I guess is where the water's leaking out and rose up the drywall. It's interesting. We just noticed it the first time. Hasn't been happening. Okay, got it laid down on its side. You see some corrosion here. I don't know what that's from. That doesn't look good. Looks like a malfunction here. I don't see other residue. That's something I repaired before. This hose also. I don't see any drippings. You can see the discoloration. That's soaking wet. Okay, you got a little bit of wetness on the bottom of this switch. And then there's corrosion on here, but nothing from above it. Of course, the water's going to drip downward unless it's shooting out a hose. Nothing wet. I have replaced this a couple years ago, this whole unit. There's no sign of, not this whole unit, down inside here was you can look on YouTube, there's a little foil screen, but that's all holding up well. Now I have the ability to plug this in with the extension hose and electric cord. I could run it and we could see where the water's coming out. But I have a feeling this switch, because it's all over, it's compromised. Whatever this is. As long as I'm careful, I can extend these wires out and run the dishwasher in the middle of the kitchen floor. Okay, we'll double check that. Notice we have the hose here connected, inbound hose, and we have a bucket we'll put the discharge into. I've got this connected temporarily. And put the cap back on and attach it. Goes over here. The line, I've got a water line coming over, so I can tip this up right here and we'll run it. Okay, let's raise it up. First thing we're going to do is turn the water on, see if what happens. It shouldn't pull anything through, but we at least inspect the lines because it gets pumped in. Okay, it's all connected upright. No dripping. Water shouldn't come in until that pump. The blue cap requests it. Water inlet pump. Okay, we're going to turn the power on next. Okay, double check the wiring. Looks good. Do rinse only. Now, it was leaking when it was running. I'm not sure which cycle it was in. Oh, I see it leaking. There it is. Sure enough, it's at the bottom of that white thing we found with the corrosion on it. You can hit stop, cancel. Coming right off the bottom of that little thing right there. Okay, that piece failed. Yeah, you can see the water's coming out of this. If I look at this, I can get the part number here, or some number. So it looks like it has 2 screws holding it in, 3 screws. If it can just be attached from here, I have to disassemble more. Red one on the bottom, blue one on the top. That comes out. Let's make sure we can see how this is wrapped. Twice. And the red one's wrapped. And this one is, okay, that's all the wires for that. I guess we can just take it apart. I just don't know if, once I get the screws out. Oh, look at that. It's all up into, there's like an axle going in through here. I don't know if it's, since it's coming down the axle, can you come over on this side? Right in here, white thing. It's wet up there, which makes me think it might be just coming through this piece. Might as well take this apart while we're down here. Is there another screw on this side? No. There it is. Oh, it's all one piece. Here we go. So, definitely wet here. And that's got holes in it, so it's no wonder that's, you can see through that. You know, if you can see inside this hole right here, that's where it goes into. I don't know if there's a gasket or washer that goes up in to the inside of the tank, and I'm not going to mess with that on this unit. So if I look back on here, you can see there's particulates. I don't know what this does exactly, but it's some electronics in this thing. But this doesn't seem to have any kind of sensor on it. Okay, we got enough to look up online now and study it. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like there's an O-ring. It's come out of alignment somehow. You can see it on the bottom. it's sticking up higher. Okay, I think I can get a new diverter pump and gasket, a little white diverter tab cheaply online, so I have to get to it from here. I'm going to take this off. Pull this off. Lift this tab up and rotate it. This should pop out. The bottom of the little motor diverter comes up and this sits on top of it and aligns with that, shaped like a little battery. So I know it's leaking. I'm just going to buy the kit. This piece, this black piece, and the new motor diverter all in one. It's about $20 online. See the shape of the hole? There's a little notch on one side like a battery. It matches this end. So when you're putting it back on, it can only fit one direction, which is like this. And that rubber gasket, let's pull it out, see what it looks like. Just get a needle nose and pinch it, pull it out. The little groove side faces the top. That goes on here. It's definitely loose this way. I don't think it fits down. Maybe it does go down. That's still, I think, too loose. So that's probably worn out. I'm just going to purchase the whole kit. Okay. Let's take this apart. Let's look inside. You have electronics plugging in here and here. And we get some gearing, some kind of actuator here. We move that and cause this to turn. Feels like it. I don't know if it's supposed to turn now. It's seized up. But you look in the bottom, it's full of, looks like a lint from a washer or dryer. I don't think that's supposed to be in there. I don't know. This should not be wet, because then that would be wet and this board would be wet. That's not a good thing. The whole thing came out. There's another board in here. Yeah, this is supposed to stay dry, and apparently it wasn't. So it failed, and it could be failing, like I said, because water's coming down through here. Yeah, which leaks out this side, but this is way over here, so the water was just going right straight through here. Hopefully the new one will repair it. I'm going to put a hole in here. Shouldn't be nothing behind here. Okay, got the new part. Here's the old part. This little washer O-ring and this little disc go inside the tub, and this comes up from the bottom. And you can see this comes up from the bottom. This is all electrical in here. This fits on, and this keeps the water from coming down. But it's all loose. There's a gap in here and everything. There's no way the water's going to stop. And if you look at the new washer, you can see the difference in the height. It got compressed down, and the hole is too big on this one. So when you put this on the new piece, it's going to fit real tightly. So this is going to go in like this. hooks in here. Okay, these blue and red wires, they come around this tab, both come up. The blue plugs in the top, like that. And this red one plugs down in the bottom, like that. And then these come up here and are held like that. I think that's it. All right, you can see the little spindle coming up. I'm going to push this on top of it, down in the hole. And this is going to go over the top. Fits on in one direction. Now let's get this on like this first. There we go. All right. So tab is on there, this is in, this is in. Now this is going to go on top. All right, time to test it. All right, have it rigged back up. Let's go through rinse only. Start. Fix that problem. Want to hit cancel? All because of this piece. Turn all a piece of rubber. Okay, we fixed it. But in an upcoming video, you see that the leak ended up causing much more damage than I thought. And it took all this drywall out. But we'll show that another time. You can look how I took it apart and just reverse what you did, or you can look at one of my other videos where I go through step by step. But I had to pull this back out once because I couldn't get the door shut. And that's because this thing was too far out. And I'm gonna have to go in there and make sure everything's lined up when they put it back together here. Here we go. I've got the garbage disposal connected back up. I'm going to turn the water on, do a leak test, and then turn the power on. I got the water on. Nothing dripping. All right, let's turn the power on. And I just had a deja vu. I had to do that before, which is turn the breaker on and shut it off and turn it on again to get this thing to reset. Now the power's coming on. Let's do a rinse only. Don't leak, don't leak, don't leak, don't leak. No leak from the connection up there. No leaking down here. I claim success on this. However, there's another problem with this KitchenAid dishwasher, scrapping it and getting a new one. The more you pull them in and out to repair things, I think I've had to pull it out 5 times with different repairs. Everything starts fitting together not as well. So there you go.